Hello, everybody. I'm sorry that I'm late. How are y'all doing on this day? Let me get my slides ready and say my hellos. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to start with the history and then I will get back into the America's Next Top Model part of it because I think that we're all still kind of reeling from that and we've got more to talk about. But let me say my hellos. Hello to, is it Liza Blue or Lisa Blue? Is it Lisa or Liza? I don't know. I'm sorry. Hello, exclusively elusive. I want to talk about that because there's something that I want to do on Patreon that I'm going to be able to share it with my members. We'll just all have to meet basically here. I think if I put the link in Patreon and the link to my membership, then I can do what I want to do here. But I will get into that because there's some things that I want to get into that I know I can't do on YouTube. Hello, Island Girls. This is a great topic. And Black Mango says, this is a great topic. Just recently, the NAACP nominated Love and Marriage Huntsville out of all shows for an Image Award. I've never seen Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I know that it's one of those, reality shows about marriage and breaking up. It seems like marriage shows are always about divorce on reality TV, but I can't say that I'm surprised. Let's see here. Hello, Alicia. How are you doing? And Cadillac DeVille is in the house. Let's see here. That's definitely an accurate title. I, of course, agree. She hopes that you all are having a lovely Sunday. Mayeen is back. Hello. And I remembered your name. I remembered how to say it this time. For hot piles of messes, it could include the falling passenger train rail system in North America. That's something that I'll have to look into. I don't know much about it. I'll be honest with you. Let's see here. And yes, we did start a little bit late. I do apologize. Let's see here. Let's see. What are y'all saying? I hope there isn't a tornado. Oh, no. Thank goodness there's not. Let's see here. Anika is back. Anika. Let's see. Hi, Miss Ty. Hole? I wonder if that's supposed to be Ola. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, hello. It's been a minute. Hey, J Hud and Nathaniel and Jesse Sunflowers is back. Hello. Okay, Christina's here. Hello. Okay, all right. Hello, and Beige Fox is here. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to talk about the history part first, and then we're going to talk about Tyra. I put a little video together of her acceptance speech of this award that she accepted from Essence. I saw that it was a good time to talk about it since all of the, Tyra stuff is still kind of trending. And I'm going to pick up my comments right where I left off. So looks like my lover's penthouse. I will pick up with you. I just want to get through this Ida B. Wells part, and then we're going to talk about the Tyra stuff. And then you all know that I want to hear from you all. So thank you all for being here. Let's go on and get into what happened with Ida B. Wells. So she is a woman who was born into slavery on July 16th, 1862 in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Professionally, she was a journalist, an anti-lynching crusader, and she was the leading voice, against lynching in America, in the United States. She published A Red Record in 1895, and this was the definitive documentation of lynching in the United States. And she founded one of the first Black women's suffrage groups. So, the right to vote. Obviously, women were always fighting for the right to vote, but it was something that everyone was fighting for. And it was harder if you were a Black woman to get a vote. And a lot of the white women's suffrage movements didn't necessarily want to connect with the Black women's suffrage movements. So there was that. And then there was a matter of even class within white groups. Some white women felt that only white women who owned property or white women who had a higher societal standing deserved the right to vote, and poor white women shouldn't be able to vote. It was a mess when everyone was fighting for the right to vote in this country. And she was already internationally famous, Ida B. Wells, for her anti-lynching crusade before the NAACP existed. So I want to talk about that. The NAACP, after the 1908 Springfield race riot, white and Black activists came together, and 60 people signed what was called the Call. And among these people were W.E.B. Du Bois, Mary Church Terrell, Jane Addams, and Ida B. Wells Barnett. And Ida B. Wells was one of only 7 Black signers of the Call. And then the National Negro Conference met May 31st through June 1st, 1909, at the Charity Organization Hall in New York. And from this conference, the Committee of 40 was created to build a permanent organization. And so this is where Ida B. Wells starts to get erased from something that she helped to establish. She was initially excluded from the NAACP's controlling Committee of 40, and this is the very body that would shape the organization that she helped to found. And according to Britannica, they confirmed that although she was initially left off, of the NAACP's controlling Committee of 40. But W.E.B. Du Bois, who, is highly credited, in Black history, and other Black men, largely moderates, were all included. But the Black women, notably Ida Wells, were excluded from this committee. And she was later added to the executive committee, but the message was clear from the start that men would run this organization regardless of how many women helped to get it off of its feet. And according to encyclopedia.com, while Du Bois and a handful of other Black men were included, that the women, like I said, were excluded, the women who were there from the start. So Wells, Ida Wells, openly expressed her concern about white people playing leading roles in the movement. So, we hear about, what was the lady, Rachel Dolezal? Y'all know there was a big stink about her leading an NAACP organization in her state, but that's actually nothing new. It was openly known that white people were playing leading roles in the NAACP when it started. And Ida B. Wells was disenchanted by that idea, but mainly because it was white and Black elites who were running it. She didn't like that it was elites who were running the show. And the NAACP voted down her motion to make anti-lynching their top priority, which you would think that, not getting killed would be kind of a top priority at this time in American history. But nevertheless, that was her area of expertise. And that was the reason that she was internationally famous. And it seemed like there were some people who just didn't want the spotlight on her. And so she distanced herself from the NAACP by 1912. Y'all know that's one of my favorite years on this channel because I love to talk about the Titanic. That's the year the Titanic sank. But anyway, she documented all of this in her autobiography. And Du Bois later claimed that she chose to leave voluntarily. And that does not seem to be the case according to her. And so later they come up with the Spingarn Medal, the Spingarn, I think is the way it's pronounced. I'm sorry, Spingarn, Spingarn, the Spingarn Medal. And that's the NAACP's highest honor. It was established 2 years after she distanced herself from the organization in 1914 by Joel Elias Spingarn, and I hope that I'm pronouncing his name correctly. But he was a white man who was an NAACP board chairman. And the first award went to Ernest E. Just, who was a biology professor. And there were the first 6 recipients were all men. And W.E.B. Du Bois received the award in 1920. Again, the man who was so, well regarded, right, when it comes to Black history. But he's also the man who helped to push Ida B. Wells out. And the first woman to receive it didn't receive it until 1922, and that was Mary Talbert. And Ida B. Wells never, ever won the award. The anti-lynching pioneer, the reason that anybody kind of even really cared about anti-lynching, which is crazy. You would think that a lot of people wouldn't want to be lynched. I don't know, but whatever, different time, I guess, right? Only 11 women total have won this award in the entire history of the award. And then we have Carter G. Woodson, right? The man who is known as the father of Black history, who founded Negro History Week, which turned into Black History Month. He received the medal in 1926, and then he published Negro Makers of History in 1928, and The Negro in Our History in 1922. And that's the standard Black history textbooks used in school for decades. So this is the man when it comes to Black history. And he literally wrote Black history for school children. And Ida B. Wells, he minimized her contributions to all of this that we talk about. The father of Black history left one of the most important Black women in American history. Forget just saying Black history, but American history. He just left her on the margins. And then she died in 1931 in Chicago, at the time nearly forgotten. And the organization that she helped to build was thriving by this time. And the man who helped to push her out, Du Bois, had his Spingarn Medal, and Woodson had his, and she had nothing from the organization that she co-founded. Now, she did get a posthumous Pulitzer Prize in 2020. Took 89 years after her death for America to properly honor her, and it wasn't a Black organization that finally did honor her. So there it is. She helped to build it. They pushed her out. Nothing new. But this is what I want to talk about. There's just a history of Black organizations not honoring Black people who deserve to be honored and honoring Black people who don't deserve to be honored. And that's where we're going to get into this video that I put together of Tyra, who recently has been honored with the Essence, I forgot what it's called, but I have it in the video. So I'll go on and put the video up here. I'll play it, and I have some pauses within it so that I can share some commentary about that. But before I play it, let me take a look at the comments, and then we'll talk about that. So let's see here. What all are you saying? Okay. Is it Ma Loves Penthouse? I know that you were here last time, and I don't remember the name. I just finished posting a video myself, and I got a notification for your live. Doing a day in life as a U.S. military airport, a day in a life of a, U.S. military airport in Japan, since my penthouse overlooks the airport. Okay, that's really cool. Again, like I mentioned last week, and like I always mention when I'm live, like 3 years ago, if you have a channel and you want to share your channel, feel free to do it. Let us know the channel name. If you're able to put a link, but I think that maybe only my moderators are able to put links in the chat, but share with us. You know, that's never a problem for me. Andrea, hello. Let's see here. Dustin says, was this lady about Underground Railroad? If you're asking if she was part of the Underground Railroad, I think I'm gonna go with no, if that's what you're saying. Anika says eugenics was going on too. Yes, and I've talked about that in my video about the first woman who ever ran for president in the late 1800s. Cadillac DeVille says the NAACP has positive and negative aspects. Hell, I think every Black award show has promoted fashion in some way. 100%. 100%. Let's see here. Tammy is here. Tammy's Passions, y'all. If y'all like crafting, go and check out Tammy's Passion. Nathaniel says, yep, cosplaying. I'm happy that you caught me live as well, Tammy. I thought about letting you know because you know some of my members, like I know very, very well. Tammy's one of them. Like we exchange phone numbers. Tammy and Darnell and Roxy. They're people that I talk to in real life, and I thought about calling all of them last week and letting them know, hey y'all, I'm gonna go live. It's been 3 years. I'm super nervous, but I didn't want to have any crutches. I wanted to just come back live and do my thing. And this is one of my YouTube friends calling me right now. Can y'all hang on just a quick second? Hold on. Hello.
Hey, you call me back.
I do. You know what? You're on my live stream right now.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. This is Richard from the House of Jazz. So if y'all need a piano tutorial, then you can check out Richard from the House of Jazz. I'm live right now, and you're on speaker. You're on speaker. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
All right. It's all good. I'll talk to you later. Okay, see you, Richard. All right. So y'all see? No BS. I talk to people on YouTube in real life. Okay. So let's see. I appreciate you though, Tammy. I didn't want to call everybody and just lean on you all as crutches because I was nervous about coming back. So let's see here. Be disillusioned with the NAACP as well. All right. Why does it always come down to a class war, the haves versus the have-nots? Yeah, you know, that's really sad. It would be nice if we all could just work together to get some things done. A lot more could be done if we didn't divide ourselves in all the ways that we choose to do. But such is human nature, right? The NAACP wasn't a Black organization. They say it was. It was a colored people's organization. Let's see. I went to Oberlin with a white dude called Evan Spingarn. I wonder if, and I wonder if I'm pronouncing it correctly because that's the way I'm saying it, Spingarn. Y'all know I sat here last week and I mispronounced Ziegfeld the entire live stream. I kept saying Ziegfeld, but it's Ziegfeld. So anyway, y'all, forgive me. I'm trying to get my act together. Does the NAACP stand for what does the N, you're saying NCCAP? It's NAACP, and that is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And all these years later, they have not changed their name. So it's just wild. I love seeing you all speak to each other. Let's see here. What are we saying? Thank you. Yes. Anika put it on there. One of the best Start League captains of all time was played by Avery Brooks. I am so lost. Avery Brooks spoke at your graduation. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you're talking about this. Thank you, the Red State, Blue State. Let's see here. You ever notice when there's somebody who does something awful and you bring it up, especially in the Black community, have a tendency to say her and say, don't talk about a person in there. It's like the football player that died a few years ago, but he was known for hitting a woman, I guess, and being very violent. I think that what Cadillac is saying is that when I talk about Black people who are typically upheld, you know, as people who should be praised, I get a lot of people telling me that I shouldn't talk about it. I think that that's what she's saying. And I'll get people to saying that I'm like trying to bring Black people down. I'm just talking about what happened. I talk about white people on this channel. I talk about Black people on this channel. I just talk about stories. I talk about things that I think that maybe people don't know a lot of things about, or just things that are interesting to me. And race doesn't matter. I'm just here to tell a good story. So, but I know that a lot of people, because people come to me with their agendas, those agendas get put on me, or else people will, you know, project their agendas onto me. And I'm not trying to, I don't have any agenda. I just want to share stories and share the research that I do. Thank you, Tammy, for sharing everything. I appreciate you. let's see here. Tammy says, hey to Richard. I'm pretty sure Tammy knows Richard. We're all saying hi to Richard. Let's see here. I think you can advertise lives in advance so you can plan ahead. Yeah, I posted this one this morning, like I think at 11 o'clock. And then I did a community tab post, but I had it set up early so that people could come and, put their notifications on. And I think that everyone just isn't necessarily getting the notifications. And I don't know, like YouTube's notification system is not the best it ever has been. But Mayan says, hi, Richard. So does Mala's Penthouse and, and Jazzy Sunflowers. Tammy says, I sell books on Whatnot and I do crafts on YouTube. So yes, y'all. Tammy, put your links in the chat as well. Let's see here. Okay, I'm so lost on this. So I'm just not gonna read that because I don't know anything about Star Trek. So I don't want to lose track of what I'm supposed to be talking about. It's not a colored people organization. It is, Richard. Oh, there's Richard, y'all. House of Jazz. So if y'all are looking for piano tutorials, this is the man. House of Jazz, House of R&B, House of Gospel, whatever you want. If you're looking for a piano tutorial, this is the man. She says I'm late. CMM says I'm late. Hello to everyone. I appreciate you for being here. Don't worry, there's no such thing as late. I was 5 minutes late and I don't take attendance. Oh, no problem, Cadillac. Okay, I appreciate you. But they have a tendency to overlook something or the egregious things that they did in order to keep them on a pedestal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Richard saying hello to all of you as well. Let's see here. Yeah, thank you, Andrea. This is not an agenda-based channel. This is a history channel. Hot mess. Yes, my only agenda is to tell y'all a messy history story and to get you to watch more of my content. That is my agenda there. You figured me out. By the way, this is the Richard that interrupted the live. Yes, this is the Richard who called. Oh, and Richard, I have something that I wanted to send to Kim. And we'll be talking about it after the live stream, but I have something for you to send her. And Tammy has dropped his channel link as well. Tammy, you are on the ball, girl. So now let's talk about a few things, y'all, because I feel like one of these people who has been awarded something, and I darn near feel like Essence Magazine created this award for Tyra. And Essence Magazine used to be Black owned. It's not now, but it's still very much associated with Black women. This was like a Black women's magazine. I know growing up, my parents had subscriptions to Ebony, Jet, and Essence. And the thing that I used to love about Essence Magazine, and let me know if you all remembered this, and I don't know if they still do it because I haven't subscribed to Essence in years, but they used to have an issue once a year that would have older women, and I mean 70 up into their hundreds, who looked really, really young for their age. And they would always show their pictures. They would give whatever these women do to stay in shape and what kind of diets they had. And you would see a lot of women who were 70, 80 years old, maybe living out on the coast, and they would surf, and they were pescatarians, or, people who were doing yoga and they were vegetarians, but they would have just these old women who looked 40 years, their junior. And I used to love that. That was always my favorite issue of Essence that would come out. Yes, this is the truth. We have all made a hot mess or two. Absolutely. That is 100% the truth. So now I'm going to share this little video that I put together. It's a slideshow, essentially, but I have chopped up Tyra's acceptance speech for this award that she received. And I'm going to share it with you once I find it. Before I do, let me do this. Thank you, Vitamin H2O. Hi, Ty, new sub, long-time listener, finally caught a live. And you're not behind on catching a live. I live streamed last Sunday for the first time in 3 years. So I truly appreciate you, and I thank you for your support and watching, and I thank you for your generous super chat. That is icing on the cake. Y'all know I really appreciate that. Y'all don't have to do that for me. I thank you. You know about Martin Luther King once advised Michelle Nichols to keep acting on Star Trek back in the. I did not know that. I did not know that. Is that Lieutenant Uhura? I would imagine. What a good-looking woman she was. If that's who I'm thinking of. Okay, so let me share this video file with you all. I put together a little video. I'm going to be pausing it so that we can have.
How's everybody doing? Good. Well, I am super touched, and I want to speak to one person in this room, and I'm gonna try not to cry. I want to speak to my mother, and she's here. Mama, can you raise your hand and wave?
So yeah, I zoomed in on this dude because like he is me right now. Like what the hell is Tyra getting ready to say, right? Like that's how I feel watching Tyra at this point. I agree. Tyra is weird and mean. But anyway, one thing that cannot be denied is that the woman looks good. She's always been pretty, in my opinion. But we're going to watch her. Let's see here. I wrote the notes. Let me tell y'all what award she's getting, so that let's see here. I have some notes. Y'all know I always have some notes. That's what takes me so long to get ready. I thought that I was going to be ready on time, y'all. We started at 7 o'clock last week. So I was like, I'm going to just keep on inching it up by 15 minutes every week until I work my way up to 4 o'clock p.m. Central. But it didn't work out. So I'm going to try again for 6:45 Central next week. Maybe I'll be on time. I would have been on time, but I had a conversation with my sister. She invited me to go out later this month. Dang it. I have all these notes and I don't see the name of her award. Oh, hold on. I'll tell you what it was called. Dang it. And I don't know if y'all like super duper care, but I do want to say what it was called. Let's see. And I'm like, okay, the Luminary Award. Okay, so Essence, I feel like they made up this award for Tyra because they saw that Tyra was getting dragged on TikTok after young people started watching America's Next Top Model again. But let's see. What are y'all saying? Is that a Cher reject dress? I don't know, y'all. Listen. Who all in here loves the funny inserts that Ty sticks in her video? She makes me laugh. I love them, Tammy. I think they're great. The woman next to her mom is prettier. Is it her sister? I don't believe Tyra has a sister. I believe that she has only a brother. I don't believe she has a sister. I think she has a brother who like might have served in the military. There's Kiki Soto. I know that Kiki has a channel about gardening. Y'all should check out her channel. You know, so you can make your food supply safe and have some good, yummy things to eat. Let's see. I do, Tammy. She's informative, hilarious, intelligent. Listen, I love these. These are the greatest compliments, you know, I ever receive. I should live stream more often. Let's see here.
Person in this room, and I'm gonna try not to cry.
She's gonna try not to cry, y'all.
I want to speak to my mother.
Speak to her mother.
And she's here. Mama, can you raise your hand and wave?
And her mom is good looking too, y'all. So yeah, like I said, that brother right there, that's me. Tyra, yeah, okay, I guess.
I want to thank Essence Magazine because I remember being a young model in Paris and getting a phone call that Essence Magazine wanted 19-year-old me on the cover of their magazine. And it brought me to tears because that was my Vogue. That was the magazine that was on our coffee table every single month.
So I inserted this. So this is Tyra in 1995 when she was on the cover of Essence Magazine. And one thing that we talked about last week was Did Tyra have a nose job or not? I'm not saying that she did. I'm just going to say that I know that my black ass nose tends to grow a little bit every year, and it seems that Tyra's seems to have stopped growing and even gotten narrower through the years. Is it possible that Tyra, has played up or has done a little tweaking to her face to make herself look a little bit more Eurocentric, to make herself, a little bit more marketable in this industry that is rough and tough? Now, whatever version of her, she still looks beautiful, in my opinion. But this is Tyra in 1995. So let's take a look. I have a picture of her a little bit later. Okay, so this is Tyra in 2025 or 2024. I think it's 2025 when Essence called her back to do another cover. That nose looks significantly thinner to me. I don't know. I don't know, but you tell me. And I'm pretty sure I put them side by side. Yeah, I can't call it. I'm just gonna drink my water and mind my business, but I can't call it. Let me see what y'all are saying. Let's see. The forehead is giving Somali. Is that what Somali women look like? I don't know. I know that they are beautiful. Yes, I do love my animals, y'all. I love animals. I do. Vitamin H2S is yes, she did. Just plain and simple. Listen, I'm gonna say I think that she did. I don't have any money to pay Tyra if she decides to sue me because she says that she didn't. Let's see here. She had all sorts of plastic surgery at this point. That's from Monica, Tyra. That's not me saying that. I'm just reading comments, Tyra. She has definitely tweaked that nose. It looks like it. Can't say that she did. And I don't know, like if she were a person who's been public about it, I would say, oh yeah, she got nose surgery, but it looks like it. I don't know. Lala Dash is back. Hey, I've been wanting to ask, don't you have a sister who has a channel on YouTube as well? I do not. I do not. I don't. I have another channel. I wonder if you saw me. Did you see a twin? No, I don't have any family on YouTube. Let's see here. I prefer Imani. Oh, well. Tell us how you really feel. Let's see. She would have my nose by now. And I don't know what your nose looks like, but I know what mine looks like. I think that it would look something closer to mine. I think that's what my nose looked like in 1995. Look at her cheeks. What about her cheeks? Her cheeks look maybe a little, and some of this could be Photoshop as well, But like I know that like when she's at the awards, her nose is significantly thinner. It's noticeably thinner. She definitely touched her nose. She's bad either way. And I wonder if you mean bad meaning bad or bad meaning good. Like she's a bad mama jamma, or like she's a bad sucky person. I don't know. I think that both are true though. I think she did, but it's a good nose job nonetheless. Personality and so forth aside. Yeah. Like whether she did or not, she's a good looking woman, you know. Kiki says the original nose looks better. How do we know that it's not the original nose, Kiki? And Tammy's got Kiki's channel. Tammy, you were on it, girl. Tammy's got the Kiki's channel link there for you all. Hi, is it Be Nice? Be Nice. Oh, is this like sugar, like sugar on lips? Is that what your picture is? That's really cool. I like that. She's very friendly with the plastic surgeon. Beige Fox. Oh my gosh. y'all are ruthless. Anyone else want your link shared? Please let me know. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy is sharing channel links in case you want your channel shared. Thank you so much. And Tammy, I hope that you shared your channel as well. Seems like about 90% of celebrities had nose jobs. Yeah, that is, I guess that's just a Hollywood thing to do, y'all. Let's see here. Yes. Y'all are so sweet. It's a messed up industry. She definitely succeeded in part because she looks somewhat Eurocentric. The dark gals, Grace Jones, Alec Wegg, Naomi, were too fabulous to ignore. Now, Just Gail says no, she hasn't. I think that she's saying that Tyra has not had surgery. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I think that that's what she's saying. I think. Okay, I meant bad meaning attractive, but either works. Yeah, okay, yeah, like she's bad. Listen, Tyra's bad. The cheeks at the awards look different. Okay, well, let's get back to this. Let's get back to my little video that I put together. It's short.
And then cut to October 2024, when I decided to step on that damn catwalk again for Victoria's Secret, Miss Tiana Taylor. So I came out of modeling retirement on a runway with Victoria's Secret, and came out of modeling retirement at 51 years old on the cover of Essence magazine.
Yeah, give her props, y'all. That's a good looking 51. Like her or not, that's a good looking 51-year-old woman right there. Yeah, she's put on a little weight. Who hasn't, right? It's a good looking one.
This month.
Give her props. So here she is on the runway at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Those same TikTok kids, you know, y'all, those kids on TikTok, they're so gosh dang disrespectful. Looking at Tyra's, you know, episodes of America's Next Top Model, and then going on a TikTok through their 2020 lenses, through their pandemic lenses, talking about how toxic her show was, you know. Those same kids got on TikTok and started tearing her ass apart when she got on this runway a little fluffier than she used to be. I don't think that it's, you know, right for anyone to think that whatever size you were at 20 should be the size that you are at 50. But at the same time, I think it's also fair to say Tyra would not have accepted this body on America's Next Top Model, even though Tyra was telling us that she set out to change the beauty standard, to change the way that people look at beauty. I'm going to show you that all colors and all sizes are beautiful. But we saw what would happen when a woman smaller than this would go on to America's Next Top Model. If you were bigger than a size 2, you were plus size. I didn't realize until watching that documentary that Whitney, who was the first plus size winner, was 5'10" and a size 6. I did not realize. And she looked a little bit bigger than the other girls. I don't think that in real life, if I ever would have seen her, I would have assumed plus size, but that was our plus size. And so it's really odd to me because Tyra kept talking about, you know, the beauty standards, but they are what they are, and you're not going to be able to work in high fashion. It's really odd to me that because of Tyra's initial intentions with her show, which were good, that she didn't steer the girls more towards commercial modeling than trying to pigeonhole them into high fashion that wasn't going to accept all these things that she said she wanted to show the world that, you know, was beautiful. So yeah, I see a girl who's 5'10" and 115 pounds. I know in real life, my family's gonna say she needs a sandwich. I mean, like, I'm nowhere near that. Like 175 for me, y'all. I look real thin at 175, and you know, have people asking me if I'm okay. And so anyway, different time, right? Different time. But Tyra would not have accepted this figure. She would not have. And do y'all remember this woman from season 1? Robin. Robin is the real life Whitney Gilbert, in my opinion. And I'll tell y'all a little something about Robin. Let me move on. So this is what Robin looks like now. This is the Robin I'm talking about. If you'll remember season 1, when Tyra, is gonna make all these changes, she's busting down doors to show that all kind of beauty is beautiful. Robin was the plus size girl that season. Tyra wanted to change things, but she didn't. This is plus size, America's Next Top Model, season 1. This is what Robin looked like then. That picture that I just showed you was what Robin looks like now. Robin hasn't changed that much. Robin is a lot smaller than Tyra, and I wonder, would Tyra call herself plus size at this point? Maybe she would. I don't know. But Robin, so I'll tell y'all. Let me move through my slides. So this is Robin at Tennessee State University. Robin is my sorority sister, y'all. I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta. So is Robin. And one of my dearest friends growing up ran for Miss Tennessee State back in, what was it, 96 or 97? One of those years. And Robin ran against her. All the girls, were competing for the crown. My friend did not win, but it was funny seeing Robin on America's Next Top Model because do y'all remember the first season? Like, they were taking the girls to these expensive places to shop, and like all the girls who were there were like not wanting to touch anything because they couldn't afford it. Like, if you break it, you cannot buy it. And Robin was like, I want one of these and I want this, and give me 2 of those in black. Robin has money, money, money. And when it was time to run for Miss Tennessee State, the girls do their talent. They have to have their gowns. They have to, it's all the pageantry. And Robin's family basically turned the campus into a carnival. Like, they shut it down. They fed the whole school barbecue. Like, Robin's got money. And this is her in the center of the picture, and looking, good before she went to top model. But real life Whitley Gilbert. And here they are now. This is what both of these women look like today. This is Tyra, obviously, in her fashion show on the left. And this is Robin on the right, who was plus, and Robin's had, child and everything since then. The point of this, just showing them together in this day and age, is that we all have to learn how we talk. We all have to be careful about how we talk to people. I think that it only makes sense that Tyra valued her beauty, especially because of the industry that she worked in for so many years. And I think that part of her beauty and her identity was tied to her size. And I think that anyone can kind of look and see that Tyra's bigger than Robin now. And Robin is living her best life now. And not that Tyra isn't, she's down there being weird, selling, her hot ice cream in Australia or whatever, but you never know how your words are going to come back to you. And so just something that we all can learn a lesson from, right? I have a feeling that Tyra's probably not as comfortable in her body, but I give her props for getting out there and shredding her stuff, at the age of 50 and doing her thing. Let's see here.
You guys.
Okay, we'll come back to what she's saying, but let me see what you all's comments are right now. It was another YouTuber who was trying to help someone's sister promote her channel during the pandemic. Oh, I was thinking it was you. No. I don't have any family who wants to be on YouTube. I just rewatched season 1, and Robin was a lot. Tyra said she was plus size on the bottom and regular on the top. Yep, she sure did. She surely did. Robin was a lot, though. I wasn't a fan of Robin. She looked good on the show, and she looks great now. Yeah, and I wonder how much of it is just an editing issue. And Robin, look, she's a lot. But she looks great in both, looks better now. Let's see here. The modeling world, especially years ago, seems so messed up. The lack of care for mental and physical health, the drugs, the weird standards of beauty, for sure. Anika says that's plus she has a shapely booty, because she has a shapely booty. Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. Yeah, Kiki, Rafa was shopping. Robin's like, yeah, I'll have this, I'll have that, I will have some of these. My answer, my only takeaway after seeing Robin's photo is that I need to get back in shape. Yeah, Robin looks good. She looks good.
Have no idea how hard we fought to bring the diversity to that television show at a time where it didn't exist. At a time when the world was like, what? You casting that and what? And what is that? A time when people in the fashion industry were telling me, oh, you putting them girls in the hood on your show? I was like, why can the girl from the trailer park become a supermodel, but the girl that's chilling in the park in the hood can't?
Yeah, now she really thought she ate with that. But my question, and the reason that this picture is here, is that why is it that the girl from the hood cannot have a gap in her two front teeth, but the white model can? Tyra's sitting there putting on this performance in front of this Essence audience and trying to wipe away everything that our eyes saw for 24 cycles or however many cycles you could have stomached of America's Next Top Model. And so we saw Tyra, you tell the Black model that she could not have a CoverGirl contract because what? Why couldn't she have a CoverGirl contract? Because that's all anybody gonna see. It's a pretty beautiful CoverGirl. But seasons later, she told a white model, you could be the next Lauren Hutton. I love your teeth. But she's changing it. She's rewriting history in front of this Essence audience in real time. No, I was fighting hard for the girls. I wanted to show all kinds of beauty. You had no idea how hard I had to fight. If you say so, Tyra, you say so. Mm. Looks like she's lost weight since that runway. Maybe, and maybe she did. I don't know. I didn't really notice it. Did either Robin or Tyra had a romantic relationship, divorces, or adulterous cheating scandals? I am not sure. I know that Tyra's married, and Robin is as well. I don't know about any kind of things going on with them like that. I don't keep up with the girly pops like that. She's the one that probably had that middle belly surgery. She said she has money. Middle belly surgery. You all, I cannot even keep up with all the things. The only one I know is Adrienne Curry from The Surreal Life, My Fair Brady. Oh, from season 1. I heard she had some horrible, deplorable thing that she said some horrible, deplorable things to Tiffany that were edited out. Yeah, Tiffany said that Tyra told her that she could go home to her baby and sleep on an air mattress or something. And whatever she said, I know Mr. J said that he wouldn't repeat it. So that's crazy because, I mean, he was saying a lot on that documentary. So it must have been horrible if they won't even repeat what it was. Vitamin shows us, Ty, you have the highest cheekbones I've seen in a long time. I keep watching you get your cheekbones. What? Are like working the camera. My cheekbones are high. Oh, well, thank you. You know, I get that from my mom's side of the family. Hey, rebels. And yes, Lauren Hutton has gap teeth. But yeah, I agree. She's a hypocrite to me as well. Everyone was so mean on that show, Tyra and the judges. Yeah. And if you all weren't here last week, I want everyone to understand. I didn't just bag on Tyra. Everyone who participated in that show, well, at least all the names that we can identify, Ken Mock, Jay Manuel, Miss J, Nigel Barker, Janice Dickinson, even though she wasn't really talked about in that documentary, those people were horrible to those aspiring models. I would put half the blame on Tyra and half on production, but she was the executive producer. Yeah, and all of a sudden, well, I don't know anything about production. I'm just the executive producer. I don't know about all. I didn't know about that all that stuff was happening. Meanwhile, they're literally showing Tyra looking at all the screens, like pointing, like, And she said she became a master editor. Darling, if you are editing, you know story. story if you're editing. Gives her character. Let's see here. What are we saying? The industry just wanted the white woman to have it because Lauren Hutton was the only white model that had it, and they didn't want to introduce a black model with the same feature, which is crazy, right? So Tyra is either going to have to, she can't have it both ways, right? You can't say, I'm creating this show because I want to show the world that all kinds of beauty is beautiful, and then also in the same breath say, well, we couldn't do that because that's not what the industry wants. I was talking to, people from modeling agencies, and they told me that they didn't want that. Well, then stop saying that you were as groundbreaking as you keep saying that you were. If you were just conforming to what the industry standards were, then you can't say that you were out there, fighting the good fight, for these models. Tyra swears that she is the Harriet Tubman of models. Like, she created black models. She created, anything that wasn't a tall, thin, white, blonde model. Tyra created it because she's the Harriet Tubman of models. She came to free the models. Naomi Campbell didn't have to fight that hard for her career. She'll be 56 in May and is still rocking the runways. Still looks good. Naomi still got that body. Ty, I'm way late. Just came from the gym. Hey, Island Girl. Let's see here. All the judges abused and traumatized those young women. I think Janice was the worst. Yeah, at least from the things that I heard her say. I agree. Thanks, kind of nice to let's see. Yeah, Naomi is exquisite. She is chef's kiss. Exquisite. Janice is a picture of the hot mess without being hot. Oh, man. Hey, Arlethea. Arlethea is here. If y'all are interested in learning some sewing tips, go and check out Arlethea's channel. Arlethea, you can feel free to put your channel in the chat or ask Tammy, and she will give the link to your channel if you want. Y'all can always come in and share. Hi, Janie D1 says I'm late, but it's a beautiful tie with the best and most historical piping hot tea that still resonates. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I prefer personality over looks. Ditto. But listen, we're all human. We need some kind of physical attraction, right? Tyra was jealous of Naomi and directed at the dark-skinned girl. Yeah, she directed her anger at the dark-skinned girls on the show. Let's continue, though. Let's continue. See what Tyra had to say.
And we fought and we struggled, but we made it happen. Did we get it right? Hell no, I said something dumb. But I refuse to have my legacy be about some stuff linked together on the internet when there were 24 cycles of changing the world.
Tyra's not going to have it. Y'all are just linking stuffs together on the internet. She's not going to let y'all ruin her image. So, again, we didn't see what we thought we saw, right? We didn't see Tyra go off on this girl because that's what Tyra's mother does when she cares about somebody. But Tyra, beautiful babe, you're not Tiffany's mother. And you can't tell me that Tyra didn't want to just make a charity case out of Tiffany. Tiffany was Tyra's charity project. Tiffany was Tyra showing her full-on savior complex. Oh, look, y'all, we got this girl from the hood. She doesn't know how to act. We put her through anger management, and we brought her back here, shined her up, gave her what? The Naomi Campbell look. The bust down weave. Is that what, when people say bust down, do they just mean like a part in the middle and a long weave? But the Naomi long weave, she gave her the Naomi makeover and then yelled at her the way that she wished that she could have yelled at Naomi when Naomi didn't take Tyra under her wings and treat her like a little baby sister, even though Tyra was the new competition coming in to try to replace her because the industry only wanted one black woman at a time. I'm not going to be babying my replacement. Girl, you better get it how you can, the way that I did, and you got your mom there with you as well. Please. Are you crazy? But we didn't see that. We didn't see this, y'all. Y'all are just putting things together on the internet and trying to make Tyra look bad. Y'all are just trying to make her look bad. We didn't see Tyra go off on this girl for no reason. When Tiffany got eliminated and left the show with grace, with her head held high, comforting the other girls who were crying because Tiffany was leaving. I guess Tiffany must have been a hoot to have in the house and they liked her. Tiffany wasn't doing anything but going and hugging the other contestants and telling them, "Oh, girl, none of them tears. Don't you be crying. We not having that." And then we got this from Tyra. We got Tyra's rage. "Tiffany, get back over here. I need to tell you something. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you not take this seriously? When I have a problem, I get down and lift myself up by the bootstraps and fix it for myself, and you don't do any of that. Blah, blah." Tiffany was leaving with her head held high, and that's why you've got anger. You know, to me, the way that Tiffany took getting eliminated showed all the signs of a person who has successfully gone through anger management, because she wasn't showing anger. She's this is it, que sera, sera. You know, life has thrown me another lemon. I'll move on. But Tyra wasn't having it, because Tyra wanted those girls to grovel. Tyra needed those girls to want modeling to be the only thing that was important in their lives. And here's something else, y'all. Y'all notice this about America's Next Top Model? Tyra wanted girls who were super hungry, almost to the point of being thirsty. And I almost wonder, was Tiffany supposed to be the one who won? Because, you know, like we've kind of learned now that they had the winners picked out from the beginning. So this competition was just nothing more than a humiliation ritual for all these aspiring models, going through all these hoops and doing all this stuff that has nothing to do with the fashion industry. We learned these models leave there with portfolios that they can't take to agencies. Agencies are laughing at them because they have these stupid ass photo shoots. Like, girl, what am I supposed to do with this? You're dressed like a zebra. You're giving me a picture of you, you know, dying of a heroin overdose. How am I supposed to book you with this? But Tyra was giving us a look at the real behind the scenes, you know, in the fashion world. But no, y'all, we're just all lying, stringing together stuff on the internet, trying to make her look bad. Let Tyra tell it. This, which we didn't know until the documentary came out. Apparently, you know, this is just us trying to, you know, put salt on Tyra's game, put salt on her name, destroy her legacy, even though a girl apparently got sexually assaulted on the second season of her show while cameras rolled, and Tyra came and played in that girl's face and gave her some Turning Point USA discussion about closing her legs, keeping her legs closed and not cheating on her boyfriend while they were in Milan. What? But we're all just making up stuff because we want Tyra to look bad. We want to just bring down her illustrious career. This didn't happen either. We didn't see Kenya get sexually harassed on screen by a guy who was wearing nothing but a loincloth with an erect penis while he was grabbing at her butt. And Kenya asked it to stop. "Oh, you can't do that. Well, what's wrong with you? You can't stop the shoot." But y'all are just stringing stuff together to make Tyra look bad. How dare y'all? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. But, you know, Essence will give her a stage and let her say all this nonsense. Make us believe that we're going crazy. We're the crazy ones. What? Are you kidding? Is what y'all have to say? And she just left Danielle on red, set her up for failure when she actually could have helped that woman. Yeah. And that was supposed to be the point. I think that Danielle might have been picked to be the winner, and this was going to be the person who Tyra got to say, "I brought this girl up from the ghetto. She was in the hood, and look at her now. I've dusted her up and made her all sparkly and shiny, but I can't do that if she quits the competition, you know, midstream. So now I need to yell at her." That's what it feels like. she seems to feel so competitive with other Black models, which makes sense in a way based on the industry, but don't act like you support them. Yeah, like we're not all crazy. I met some people who had the looks, but their personalities were awful. Hey, Ratio, came back. Hello, nice to see you again. Yeah, Naomi had her own modeling competition called The Face, UK too. And I watched a few episodes of it, and Nigel was on there as well. Nigel didn't seem to be the same kind of person on Naomi's show that he was on Tyra's show, but it could be that I just didn't see enough, and maybe he was still being catty or like mean to the girls. But from the few episodes that I saw, I didn't see that. And I did actually see Naomi take a stand against a girl who was like being racist and saying like some the Black girls in the competition weren't going to make it. Naomi stopped that girl dead in her tracks and like gave it to her. And I've never seen Tyra do anything like that on the show. I've never really seen her call a girl out that way. Tyra was just making reality TV. She needed all those girls there who had very different points of view, very different ways of life. She needed them all in that house to create drama. This was not a modeling competition. And I see why people say that now. Yeah, her mom is gorgeous. She kicked a dark-skinned Black woman off the show for gaining weight. Tyra did? I didn't know about that. And I believe that the last season that I watched was when Whitney, the blonde model who was called plus size, I think that was my last season watching. Show kind of got weird after that. I would see different things like when she brought in like the whole social media aspect, and the show it started looking really dumb. Tyra's mommy dearest. Yeah. Goodness. Kiki says top model is one of the reasons why my junior high size 6 self was drinking magnesium, working out profusely, and snacking on raw veggies. And I've heard a lot of people say that, like, they would watch that show and kind of feel like, all you hear about is these girls who are like almost all of them a size 2 being picked apart because some part of their body is just too fat or whatever. So a lot of people said that they developed some unhealthy eating and exercise habits when this show was at its height, but we couldn't look away from it. Tyra said, you all wanted more, darn it. You can see the vitriol on Tyra's face in this pic. Oh yeah, in that pic with her and Tiffany. You can. Let's see here. Yes, Kiki, Tyra that out their desperation. And that brings me to something else that I was going to talk about. If you notice, the girl, back to that point. The girls who were on that show, who had careers, they never made it like to the top 2, really. Or maybe they would make it to the top 2, but they didn't win. Like, I was watching Luxeria. Is that how the creator's name is pronounced? Someone else who I saw mentioned in the documentary, I was watching one of their reviews or recaps of season 6, I believe. And Nina, I remember from Houston, was a chemist for, I believe, an oil company. And then there was a doctor as well, a young doctor, a 27-year-old Black doctor from Florida, who made it to like the top 20, but didn't get in the house. There were, and then there was a tall white woman, I believe, who either was an attorney or had just finished law school. And she had, I remember they gave her like a crazy mohawk type haircut, and she was saying, oh great, like my fiance is not going to be happy. I guess I'm not going to be invited to his like office Christmas party this year or something, because he works for like some conservative law firm or something. But you notice the girls who had things like that going for themselves, those weren't the girls who won. Tyra wanted people who were desperate. And if you remember, like if ever a girl said something like about a backup plan, almost immediately that girl would get eliminated like the next week or the week after that, because Tyra wanted them to be desperate. And it's crazy because, like she's saying, there's only going to be one of you who's going to win, but I need for all of y'all to be just as desperate for it regardless. And yeah, like she used these girls. And if you had a life, had a family, like people like Robin, there was only so much that she was only going to be able to play with somebody like Robin, because Robin would have a family who would come after Tyra. So she's not going to be able to play with her the same way that she's going to be able to play with these girls who are coming from the trailer park, coming from the hood, coming from the projects, coming from working at Walgreens like Shandy, coming from working at Dairy Queen like Nole said. That's where they all come from, Dairy Queen and Walgreens. So those girls who had somebody back home who would, like, you know, sue the pants off of Tyra, she wouldn't play with those girls the same way. And like, think about season 3 when it came down to Eva and Yaya. Yaya was far more educated than Eva. And I thought that Yaya was going to win that season. I believe it was season 3. Yaya was, you know, she was Ivy League educated. I can't remember which university. And I'm not saying that necessarily Eva was desperate, but I think that she needed it more than Yaya did. And, you know, and Tyra got, you know, sick of hearing about how educated she was and sick of hearing about all this Black woman stuff, blah, blah, blah. But Tyra, I thought that you wanted to promote, you know, someone who wasn't just tall and blonde. So seems like Yaya would have been a great choice for America's Next Top Model. Yaya wasn't desperate enough. And she's made a really good acting career for herself since then. And so I'm really happy about that for her. Modeling is a world where you have very little control, so Tyra needs to get it where she can. Wow, that's a good observation, Nika. I guess so. Yeah, Jazzy, the gaslighting was crazy. It was crazy. What they put those girls through for ratings was a travesty. I totally agree, Island Girl. Look at allegedly Elise. Hello. My friend is in the house. I was just talking about you. So I was saying, like, y'all, Elise, Tammy, Richard, Darnell, these are people that I call in real life. And Elise is in my town, basically. Like, yeah, we need to hang out sometime soon. This is my girl. And so yeah. And I'll tell, like, y'all see how light she is. I told y'all last week, Tyra wasn't a fan of the light-skinned girls either. Don't be a light-skinned girl with naturally long hair. There's a 50-50 chance that Tyra's going to cut all your hair off in the makeover. I'm just saying. We see that it's very clear and it's very obvious the disdain that Tyra had for dark-skinned women, but she wasn't a fan of light-skinned women either. Tyra was not a fan of Black women. And I called it out. I said, people say that Tyra's light-skinned, but she's like my complexion, medium brown. And some people might associate, there was someone who, I need to reply to her comment, but she said that someone probably associates Tyra with light skin because of her green eyes and because of the fact that she wears basically white woman wigs. Tyra doesn't wear, even when she wears extensions, she doesn't wear extensions that are like what grows out of her head. And it looks like she might have gotten a nose job. So she plays up Eurocentric looks, but we are practically the same complexion. And so, yeah, I don't think that Tyra is a fan of lighter skinned women either. And I talked about the girl, Jade, I believe, the one who was in Spain that season. And she came to the show talking about, you know, her long hair and how pretty, you know, people said she was in high school and all that. And I kind of feel like Tyra maybe had it in for light-skinned girls with long hair, maybe because they got more attention than she did in high school. Tyra is beautiful. That's undeniable. But imagine being just thin tall with a big forehead when you're in school with her original nose, if there is a different nose, people would have teased Tyra in school. So she probably did use the show a little bit to get back at those girls who would have gotten more attention than she did when she was younger. I wouldn't be surprised. Tyra got issues, y'all. That's one thing that I know for sure. Let's see here. Gail says, now this was a sad part, this young lady here with her boyfriend and all of that. Yeah, the Shandy clip. It was sad, Gail. It was like, that's what I said last week, Island Girl, that Tyra never intended for those girls to actually become models. Now, I will say, maybe she intended for some of them to become models, maybe. But when I saw, now, even this is before the show even started popping off. When I saw that the show was called America's Next Top Model, and Tyra was still a working model at that time, I did not believe that Tyra was trying to train any woman to actually replace her, that Tyra was trying to train any woman to have a name bigger than Tyra Banks. I never believed that. And I was hoping that nobody who was going on that show was stupid enough to believe that. I didn't think that she wanted a top model, and there really hasn't been one. That young lady, Winnie Harlow, that's a name that I hear, and I didn't watch her season, but that is a name that I hear. But even again on the documentary, when Tyra rattled off like some names of people who she said are successful, she rattled like off 4 or 5 names. But she keeps on talking about 24 cycles, 24 cycles. Well, shouldn't there at least be 24 names that she can rattle off, like of people who are top models? But she can't. And that was not the intention. That was never the intention. Oh, look at y'all. Y'all having side conversations without me. Oh, thank you. And look, Elisa's in here sharing links. She's sharing Tammy's links. Look, I have the best people on this channel. And that, listen, maybe I'm biased, but I truly believe that. Listen, we're all returning to YouTube. I haven't live streamed in 3 years, but here we are today. Well, except for last week. Tyra on the show, including the judges, gay male models too, I guess, were always quick to overly body shame over nonsense when it could have been the platform to change the beauty industry. Yeah, that's what she said it was going to be. She told us that. But something happened. Some plans got derailed. Do they win a contract with a top agency or a campaign with a culture house? I guess I should watch some of it, but I don't really want to. If I were you, I would rewatch with some of the people who do it on YouTube because they make it fun, to get the extra commentary. But yes, they were supposed to win. Like the winner was supposed to get I believe at the point that I was watching, it was like $100,000 contract with CoverGirl, and maybe they would get signed to Wilhelmina Models. She might have changed the agency from year to year, but yeah, there was a prize. Let's see. There was a YouTuber from NYC that tried out for top models. She was already modeling, but wanted to do the show for more exposure. She said Tyra liked her until she saw her walk. You're talking about, it's a young Black woman who is part Nigerian. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? It's a young Black woman, really gorgeous. And she said that she ended up working on Project Runway after that. But yeah, I actually watched one of her videos. I didn't watch her full video about meeting Tyra, but I watched one that she made subsequently where she shared just a little bit of the story. And she made me ask another question to myself, right? Because I don't know who to ask, that I had been asking. I want to know, who are the women? I want to see the models who did not get picked to be on Top Model, because I think that those are the ones who actually could have taken Tyra's place. That's what, so the women who made it in the top 13 or whatever were all stunning. They were. But I think that there are some ones who we never saw on our TV screens who were even better than the ones who did make it on our screens. Tyra had no intentions of making a name bigger than herself, in my humble opinion. She wasn't chosen but went on to be. Okay, oh yeah. So yeah, that's who we're talking about. Eloho is her name. Yes. Color is Tyra. What, like Epstein's hard luck girls from Florida? Listen, these girls were just used. I'm not surprised Eva won. It was obvious they were setting her up to win. Tyra had it in for Yaya. Tyra did. She had it in for Yaya. And Yaya had all of the things. Yaya had it going on. Oh, thank you, Elisa's. Yaya went to Brown. Okay. Tyra's a narcissist, and the contestants were her supply. Whoever endured with the most grace was the top supply model. Why did what? Michael Jackson like a ghost after he died? All of his skin porcelain white as he dealt with health problems as he dealt with health problem that caused him to lose pigment tone. Man, I'm a little lost on that comment, but Michael has some problems too. I will say that. Tyra's colors, but she would pick on others too. She embarrassed white girls and a couple of light-skinned women. The Shandy story will always show me she was just hateful, but she is a colorist. Yes, Tyra's a colorist. Tyra definitely picked on light-skinned women. Like I talked about that last week, and I talked about it a little this week. She definitely picked on some white women too. Tyra's not a girl's girl, but what she did to Shandy, unforgivable. That was a child, essentially. Those girls come there, they're 18 to 24 years old. I think that maybe Jade was one of the oldest who made it into the house at 26. That's still very young. And those girls were in her care. This is like some of these girls, I imagine that they left home and instead of going to college, went off to America's Next Top Model, or put college on hold maybe for a semester to go to America's Next Top Model. These girls are young. Shandy should have never been put in that situation. And I think that Tyra found it easy to tease poor white women. Maybe the white women who she liked to say came from the trailers, she would mess with them as well. Tyra got issues. Like I said, still carrying those insecurities. The Shandy cheating episode has been re-edited, and the episode with the race swapping has been removed. Yeah, I heard that episode with the race swapping has been removed. Tyra again wants us to unsee what we saw and sit up there on that stage at the Essence Award, whatever, and say that we are trying to rewrite history when that is what, in fact, she is trying to do. It certainly seems to me. Hi, Brian McCarta. I haven't seen you in a while. I think we saw our colors on my full display we were rooting for you, blow up. And then making my childhood friend's sister cut her hair. She made Danielle cut her hair. I thought that she gave Danielle extensions. Now, I wondered, Deanna, at least let me know if you knew Veranda, or if you know anyone who knew Veranda. Y'all, I liked Veranda. I really liked her. Hey, Cece, there's no need to apologize. We're not on a time schedule here. Still can't get Tyra's interview with Corinne Steffens. Besides having some beef with the models on ATM, she tried to crush Corinne on her talk show, and I never saw that. So y'all have to fill me in on that. I used to love Tyra, but I look at her differently now. Yeah, a lot of people feel the same way that you do. Man, I stopped watching show after seasons because it was too toxic. What happened? Yeah, I told y'all when I stopped watching, so some of this I don't know. Okay, yeah, Eloho Island Girl, that's her. And you probably said it before I did. You probably put it in the comments before I did, but I'm trying to catch up. Yeah, I think that Anika, if you don't really want to just sit there and watch it for the sake of research purposes or something, I think that would be a fun way to go and watch the show. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. In the last 20 years, why had there been more and more race swapping and more gender swapping of classic characters while Hollywood has been pushing more and more must go woke backstories? I'm not sure. And I think like you're talking about like something very different from what we're talking about. But yeah, so I kind of don't want to just derail the conversation. But Tyra's race swapping was just weird. And it's just weird because she thought that it was such a great idea. And we know that we thought that she thought that it was a great idea because she did it twice, you know? So did she erase both? Are both race swapping episodes gone from the internet, or is it just the first time that she did it? Did she keep it? Because she did it again when she did the short girl cycle. So I don't know. Let's see here. Yes, exactly. You're on time. See, I'm behind on these comments, so I don't know. Y'all talking. Let y'all talk to each other. I used to watch Project Runway when it first came out. I loved watching the outfits designers created under pressure. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of it. Not a lot, but it was interesting to see people just be able to be, so good at doing what they did so quickly. Eva is just as evil as Tyra, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Eva, I admit. I'm not the biggest fan of her. And someone who did get a villain edit who I did like was Jade. And I think that that's Jade, the Black and Asian model. I'm pretty sure I talked about her last week. Can't remember her season. But, well, it was a season that Danielle won. So I believe that that's season 5. She got a bad edit, I think. Now, she did seem arrogant, but I think that this is another example of Tyra being jealous of a lighter woman. Jade was Asian and Black and had like a curly afro that I imagine was probably maybe about the length of my hair, maybe a little shorter. I don't know, because you can't tell in its curly state. And Jade wanted extensions so badly, and Tyra cut almost all of that girl's hair off and dyed it blonde. She made her look so weird when she came into the competition looking perfect. Jade had such a great body for bikinis. And one of her bikini shoots, I still remember. Like, do y'all remember when I don't know if y'all, but I remember when she stood on a boat that was rocking, and she still gave them like some really good poses. She was so good. She was so good. T-shirt. One designer sold on Project Runway. That's cool. That's cool. Tyra wanted to be captain and save a hoe with Tiffany. Yes, she got mad because Tiffany didn't play their role. I agree. Oh, thanks, Allegedly Lee. So she's promoting one of my other channels for the hips trip. What? Don't forget to check out Ty's new channel, Ty's Hot Miss History Soul. Like Soul Train. But yeah, I have another channel where some of my content that isn't on this channel anymore, I've moved it to Ty's Hot Miss History Soul. And I'm gonna like kind of just house my Black celebrity scandals that kind of built my channel that I stopped making because I started going deeper into history. They're on a smaller channel with about 1,000 subscribers called Ty's Hot Miss History Soul. And I'm going to bring some new content to that channel. Some of it's going to be spinoffs to this content because I want to talk about some of the other people in Tyra's atmosphere. And it just doesn't belong on the main channel because I want to keep this 1870 to 1940, which is why even live streaming, I have to find a historical connection. And that's why I opened it with Ida B. Wells and just how these Black award shows, they honor some bad Black people. I'm just saying. Okay, her gap. Yes, 100%. Okay, not cutting her hair, but her gap. Yeah, we talked about that, Elise. So yeah, I missed that. Yeah, she loved the race swapping. She loved it. Like weirdly, like way too much. Tyra has always worn terrible wigs. I wonder if she has any hair under that. So I talked about that last week, Island Girl, and I do remember. Do you remember? I think that she did it on her talk show for a little bit. She wore her real hair, and I just remember like being underwhelmed by it. she has hair on her head, not a lot, not super thick. And I just remember thinking that, like, because I knew she'd been wearing weaves and wigs or whatever for a long time. And I would just think that, like, after years and years of having your hair completely put away, that she would have this thick, long, crazy Chaka Khan like style, head full of hair. And she didn't. And so I do believe that she has insecurity about her own hair. And that's why girls who go on there with big, thick, hair, sometimes they get it chopped off. I really believe that. I think Tyra just wanted to shelve her potential competition or possibly gatekeep who had access. Eva was short, so she knew she could only be a catalog model. That is a really good point. That's a really good point. I would like highlight this if I could. We give you love, peace, and honest. Oh, absolutely. Sorry for the typos. Darn autocorrect. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I agree. I actually liked Tyra's hair the first season. Looked as if she was wearing her. I remember being impressed by her wigs when I first saw Tyra, because I'd never seen wigs like that. But looking back, the first season, I remember like her having like a little red ponytail, and that worked. I also remember the first season, Kimora Lee Simmons being there and saying that she didn't understand why Ebony was there. I don't get it. I also see that Kimora Lee Simmons getting evicted from her home. So like some not so great things are happening from these, the people in this universe. Just saying. Oh yeah. Speaking of Tyra, her legacy, y'all just stringing stuff together on the internet. Don't forget the death photo shoot, right? So JL, we talked about her last week, the girl who found out that her friend died of a heroin overdose, and then hours later, production, girl, have we got a photo shoot idea for you. We want you to lay in this bed, girl, and pretend like you died of a heroin overdose. We don't know how we came up with that. We weren't listening to your phone calls or anything, but girl, just lay down here and pretend like you're dead from a heroin overdose, just like your friend. Woohoo! Zany stuff. In the same photo shoot, again, I didn't remember Dion. She was in the documentary, and I don't remember what season it was, JL season. Dion had to pose like a dead person who'd been shot in the head. And she let them know that, her mother had been shot, was a victim of gun violence, shot by an ex-boyfriend or something, and left her mother paralyzed. But now, Dion, you get to be shot too, just like your mom. Woo! It's going to be fun. Girl, these photo shoots are going to be great. But we are, destroying Tyra's legacy, just stringing stuff together on the internet. Tyra, this is what made it past the cutting room floor. This is what you decided to put out here. This is what you decided to put on TV. So we don't even know like what didn't make it past the editing floor, since you're such a great editor.
And now my 51-year-old dimple, cellulite, bigger tummy, 10 million times bigger titties is walking through that door that I opened with all of us behind us on that runway saying, baby, it's just beginning.
Well, I'm glad that Tyra is proud of her bigger body, bigger titties, and all that, yada, 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 because you couldn't be proud of that when you were on her show, even if you were brought on to be the plus size model for your season. But Tyra can be proud of it now. And when Tyra had put on a little bit of weight when she had her talk show, and she was making that passionate speech about how everyone could just kiss her fat ass when she gained her weight, all of a sudden, then she kind of understood, then, big was beautiful. But when those girls who she brought on to be the plus size girl of their season, and she intentionally didn't have clothes that fit them and made them feel left out, now she gets it. Now she gets it, right? So now we can be all inclusive about size. But when she was trying to break down barriers, during America's Next Top Model, we couldn't figure that out exactly. But what else she say? Let me see this part. What else she say, Tyra? Go on and give it to us one more time.
And now my 51-year-old dimple, cellulite, bigger tummy, 10 million times bigger titties is walking through that door that I opened with all of us behind us on that runway saying, baby, it's just beginning.
Okay, so she's walking through that door that she opened. So this is where I want to give a little bit more of a history lesson, and I'm going to make this super brief. Because again, Tyra swears that she is the Harriet Tubman of modeling. But let's talk about the women who came before her. Let's talk about the women of color, specifically who came before her. Danielle Luna, the first Black model to cover any major fashion magazine. British Vogue in 1966, before Tyra Banks was even born. But Tyra bust down those doors and blah, 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 did all this shit. Who else do I have on here? I just have this quick little slideshow presentation. All right, let's talk about Naomi Sims, who was widely considered the first Black supermodel. The cover of Ladies' Home Journal in 1968. She built a multi-million-dollar wig empire, and she did it when the industry wouldn't even book Black women. But again, Tyra did it all. We're all riding Tyra's coattails because Tyra's showing the world what Black beauty is. Let's go back to my little history lesson slideshow. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Let's see, who else do I have here? Okay, we got Naomi Sims. I just have a few more. And I know there are going to be names that I've left out, but, you know, I had to talk about some people. Beverly Johnson, the first Black woman on the cover of American Vogue. That was in August of 1974. But again, Tyra will have these young people believing that she was the first Black model ever to do it. She is the Harriet Tubman of Black models. And then we've got Pat Cleveland, also 1970s runway icon for Halston and Oscar de la Renta, and the European houses when Black women were practically banned from those runways. However, Tyra is the Harriet Tubman of Black models. Let her tell it. Then, of course, we have, I cannot leave out Grace Jones, the Jamaican-born model, singer, actress, signed with Wilhelmina Agency in the 1970s, and was an iconic presence on the Paris runway scene. You know, Tyra loves to talk about her time in Paris when she was just a little girl. This woman, her androgynous look and her unapologetic Blackness redefined what high fashion could even mean. Years before Tyra claimed that she was expanding the definition of beauty, she also crossed over into music and film. And she didn't just walk through the door. She kicked it off the hinges and she set it on fire so that people like Tyra Banks could walk through it and tell us that she's the one who opened the door to make all this beauty, you know, celebrated. And then we have Beth Ann Hardison. I think she's the last one who I put on here. And we know that there are others. We know that there's Iman. We know that there's Naomi Campbell. We know that there are others. But this is, yes, Dwayne Wayne's mama, model turned activist who literally named the designers who refused to cast Black models. She called them out publicly, and she fought for the door more than anyone. Beth Ann Hardison. She walked the legendary 1973 Battle of Versailles show. She opened her own modeling agency. She co-founded the Black Girls Coalition and literally, again, named the designers who refused to cast Black models. Tyra didn't even name these agencies who wouldn't take who wouldn't take Danielle with a gap tooth. And this woman also managed Naomi Campbell early in her career. So yeah, but let Tyra tell it. She's a Harriet Tubman of Black models. Let me see what y'all have to say. Yeah, they definitely did Ebony dirty. They did. Yeah, Devonda, I'm sorry, Pittman. Call Ebony ashy. You look so ashy. No, and you look old. You look old, girl. You look old and ashy. Oof. Yeah, the second death photo shoot, mine. Craziness. For sure, it was morbid. Time out that death photo shoot. Absolutely. So messed up, Anika. Kiki said first she was ashy, then she was too oily. Yeah, poor Ebony couldn't win. Yeah, the models in the house. And I remember that first season, her just slathering lotion on all the time. And it was making her look oily. And she looked oily after all of that because there was nothing ever wrong with her skin to begin with. Oh my gosh. At least remembers. And there was really no point in all these ridiculous photo shoots that they made these. Yes, there was no point. No point. Does Tyra have offspring? I believe she has a son, y'all. And I don't know how old he is. I believe she has a son. I think she's married with a son, I believe. If I see Tyra opening a door, yeah, I'm going to back outside. Yeah, it's going to be like that Homer Simpson meme, going back in the bushes. I see Tyra opening anything because I know she's going to make me pay for the rest of my life. She wants my, undying gratitude forever and ever. How long you have to be thankful? Forever. Forever. Mm-hmm. If Tyra does something to you, Tyra is destroying her legacy with that blonde wig and hot ice cream nonsense, looking like a midlife crisis in real time. Yeah. She down there in her, great value, Big Frida impersonation voice with that wig. She looks insane. Yeah. She got awarded for humiliating Black girls in their teens to their 20s. Yeah, and not only Black girls. Don't get Tyra is an equal opportunity destroyer. It wasn't just the Black girls, poor girls, desperate girls, girls who thought that this was their only way out of whatever situation they were in, out of whatever hometown they lived in that they wanted to get out. Tyra was. Tyra was really good at humiliating poor girls who she thought needed her. Oh, yes, my other channel. So I haven't put any content on my other channel. That's why I haven't talking about them at least. But no, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I have a channel called Dying to Be In, and it's about hazing deaths. And it's crazy because this is a hazing show, America's Next Top Model. It wasn't anything but hazing these girls who wanted to be models. But I'm going to get back into that content as well, y'all. I'm trying to get back into my content bag, and I'm still just trying to figure out what my schedule needs to be because I have a YouTube business also that I run. And so I'm trying now. This is what I just started as of last week. This past week was a content week. The week that I'm going into is a business week. So I have to work on stuff for my membership and my clients for the whole week. And then the week after that, I'll get back to content because I'm trying to figure out like how my workflow needs to be so that I can create more content and still handle, the business side of it. So forgive me, y'all. I have other channels, but I'm this Hot Mess History. This is my main thing. So I've got to keep something going here. And y'all know I miss live streaming with y'all. Oh, don't let me get off of here without running a game by y'all. Tammy, I got your text. And I almost texted you, but I just ran out of time trying to get ready for this live stream because I still didn't put everything together that I wanted to for this live stream. But I'm going to, y'all know I like to play a game. Y'all know I like a little crash game. But I was going to send you the thing, Tammy, but I'll put it up here on the screen before we sign out, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this. I thought she had her son via surrogacy. I think that I heard that as well. I think that is true. I don't know. I just don't keep up with these, celebrities like that. Y'all know I'm digging off into history most of the time. Private Card says she's full of it. Okay, so yes. Okay, Rebel says she has a son. Oddly enough, I'm watching Crufts on mute on YouTube. On the TV, dogs strutting their stuff. I don't know what that is. Yep, Beverly Johnson is one of them. Elise says you can tell Tyra is insecure in that statement. She wants people to compliment her so bad. Yes, 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 ma'am. Tyra was always jealous and hateful towards Naomi because she was far more successful. Yeah, I think for sure, like in the high fashion stuff. Now, I think that Tyra probably maybe ended up out earning her when she started doing it. Maybe, and I'm saying maybe, but Tyra definitely went more commercial and became, a huge name. But she's probably still jealous of Naomi's body, y'all. Naomi's not aging and she's not losing her body. She refuses. She refuses. Okay, so she had a son through surrogacy. Okay, okay. I don't like that hair around her neck. It looks like a noose. Oh, well, it is. Let's see here. Naomi sent. Yeah, okay, so the picture that I had shown. Wasn't there black woman in the 1950s? Could have been. Listen, and I don't claim to know all of them. Fashion is not my forte, but I just know that there were always women before Tyra. Like I knew that there were women before Naomi. Those were the names that I kind of grew up with. But I always knew that there were women before them. Grace, yeah. Patch seems cool. So androgynous. Iman, yeah, Grace Jones truly is one of a kind, an icon. And still, the last time that I saw her, now it was years ago, but there's a short that I've seen in a lot of places of her walking in a Hilfiger show, a Tommy Hilfiger show. And this was probably, maybe 2019, I want to think. She had on like a bodysuit and a jacket and boots, and she looked great still, she looked great still has her body. She's not put on weight like Tyra. Ooh, let Miss Tyra tell it. Tyra telling us that we're ruining her legacy. Let's see here. I remember the beautiful Beverly Johnson as a child. Yes, Grace, yeah. Grace had it going on. Wow, I didn't know Kadeem Hardison had a famous model for a mother. Yeah, a model and activist in her modeling career. She was a bad mama jamma. Yes, Ty, keep the history lessons coming. Thank you. And Kiki, I saw your comment. Did I? I don't know if I got to reply to it, but I got a reply if I didn't. But yeah, you complimented my research, and I really appreciate that, y'all. Like the research is what I like the most, and that's what holds me up in getting y'all content out more quickly. So I'm really trying to figure out what my workflow needs to be so that I can serve y'all more and serve y'all better. I love this channel. I love this channel, and y'all know I miss live streaming so much, but Elise knows in a very personal way, and I don't know if Richard is still here, but they know, and Tammy, when my dog passed away, when I was starting a live stream a few years ago, that wrecked me. And so live streaming is something that I associated with his death, and it's just been hard for me to come back, but it was something that I enjoyed doing. And y'all would send me like just the kindest emails letting me know that my live stream helped y'all feel better that day or that week. And y'all would tell me about personal things that were going on. Y'all were taking care of sick children, sick parents. And this was just like a fun time for y'all to come and unwind. And I love doing it. But I was just at a point where I was depleted, and I needed something like that to kind of lift me up. So I haven't been able to do it, but I love doing it. It was just that I was in a super low place, and Elise really helped me to get through that. Tammy, I've been able to talk to them in real time, and they understand what I'm going through. It was just, it is painful, but I'm working through it. And so I'm just like, really, I love this channel. I love this channel. All that to say, I love this channel, and I want to serve y'all as well as I can. But the research is where I get hung up, because I just love doing all the digging to put it all together for, to make y'all like a really good story. But the live streams were just something that were fun, that didn't require such a heavy lift as my documentaries do. But I'm back. I told y'all I'm committed to coming every Sunday, and I'm back, and we're here, and I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So here we are. But thank y'all for, your patience with me. Wasn't Whitney Houston the first Black woman on the cover of 17? Was she? I don't know. Like I said, y'all, fashion is not my thing. The research that I did for this is like all that I can truly say that I know. It could have been like I could Google it, but I'll take your word for it. How about that? Unless y'all tell me something different. Grace was, yeah, a Bond girl. Yes, like Grace did it all. Fashion model, performance artist, singer, did it all, still does. That's right. Okay, and most Bond girls were models. That tracks. Let's see here. Hi, is it I talk about Bruno? Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello, hello. Let's see here. I hope that I get to everyone. I know that I thought that I at least highlighted one comment from every person last week, and I saw that I didn't. I kind of looked at the replay a little bit. I always like to critique myself after a live stream, and I saw that I skipped over a few people. So if I skipped over you, I didn't mean to, and I do my best to try to interact with everyone when I'm live. Let's see here. Definitely going to check it out. Child, it's some white girls that said when they see Tyra, it's on site. She messed up a lot of lives. So yeah, it's on site. That means that these white girls said that when they see Tyra, they're going to beat her booty on site. It is on site. When I see you, it's going down. So I believe it. Listen, I believe it. Yes, thank you, sharing Kiki's channel, our resident gardener. She has really good stuff over there. I'm trying to tell you. Let's see here. Great community here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad y'all feel that way. Losing a fur baby, yeah, is rough for sure. And Tammy, Tammy, you helped me, and at least, I talked to her more about it than anyone, just because, she's gone through a lot, but everyone who has even cared to talk to me about it, Darnell, Richard, everyone, like I truly appreciate y'all, because it's something that a lot of people don't understand. I don't have children, and that was, that was my baby, and it was just hard. Thank you, Maine. So sorry for your loss. I agree. This is a really kind. I love this community. I love this channel. I was really blown away. Great video. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Paloma, I like that. I'm sorry. I'm just not being able to look at another chat. Oh, no, it's all good. Thank you for being here. It is absolutely hard to lose a fur baby. They are family forever. Amen. And at least I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Jazzy and CMM. I appreciate your candor, Ty. Thank you. Thank you. Eccentric One says, I love this channel, Ty. I always look forward to the next one. You enrich my life. Kid. Well, thank you. And listen, I appreciate being called a kid. There's Eccentric's channel, y'all. Thank you. Elise is just putting everybody's, Elise and Connie, y'all are on top of it. I truly appreciate you ladies. Thank you, Rebels, welcoming me back. Yes, Grace Jones will forever be her. Forever. Thank you, Ratio. I talk about Bruno. I'm just reheating soup and enjoying. Well, I hope you enjoy your soup and the show, our live show. Let's see here. And Grace dated Dolph Lundgren during the 80s too. I think I read that when I was pulling up stuff. Hi, April. I'm always here just quiet. Enjoy the history twist to everything. I won my first contest while you were doing a live and a giveaway. Keep it up. Oh, I love that. I love that, April. Let's see here. I have to replay the part I missed, but Ty, this was a great history lesson. You're one of the best teachers on YouTube. Thank you, Island Girl. That means a lot to me. I truly, truly appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do. Let's see here. Fur babies forever. Sorry for your loss. I understand. I have 2 fur babies. Thank you. And I have 2 now. I had 2 when I lost him. And I have the girl who I had. And then a couple of years later, I got another boy who my sister saw on Nextdoor. And she was like, I don't know, but I think that you need this dog. And this is him. So the new one is on the left, and the one I had when I lost my baby is on the right. The girl is on the right. So this, I don't want to say their names because they're asleep and they're probably going to wake up if I say their names. I'm glad that they're not bothering me while I'm talking to y'all. Let's see here. Hi, getting lucky in Kentucky. You know I love your name. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm so happy to see you. Thanks, Ty, for this wonderful video. I never liked Essence and I always supported Ebony. You know, I'm not a big fan of any of them, but that's a live stream for another day. Thank you, Mayeen. Let's see. Okay, I got you. I got you. Now I have seen that. British Dog Show. Okay. I have mixed feelings on that world, but Krebs is kind of mesmerizing. Great commentators and fun agility events. Yes. Okay. So I have seen that. Okay. I do pay attention to dog shows here and there. So now I want to share with y'all. I told y'all know I like to play a game. Tell me how y'all feel about this. Let me know. You can just say yes, say yes, Ty, or no, Ty, after I show you. Thank you, Eccentric One. I appreciate you. Tell me yes, Ty, or no, Ty. Let me find my my card and share this with you all. Let's see. Oh wait, not here. Let me go share an image. Gallery. Okay, so this is a game that I'm thinking about playing because it would be it will marry my love for crass games with my love for watching predator catches on YouTube. Do you all watch any of the predator catching channels on YouTube? Because I'm thinking about doing a game that I would call let's see. Oh, wait. There. Pred Bingo. Just tell me if you can get with it or not. And thank you so much, Ratio. So I watch Oma. I watch Skeeter Jean. I watch PC Incorporated. And I watch a lot of people who catch I watch Chris Hansen's True Blue. And one thing that I've noticed is that the predators on those channels, they all have the same dumbass excuses and they say the same dumb things when they get caught. And it's like they literally have a handbook, it feels like. And so I was thinking it would be fun to play a game of bingo and to mark off on my card that I've created when they do one of these things. So like I would watch, so it would be like, let's say we're getting toward the end of a stream and I'm going to have to make the stream shorter so that we can play the game if we do it. But or make the, like my history lesson a little bit shorter if we do it. And then so you'd get a bingo card, and I had to figure out the logistics, but this is an example of a bingo card. And then we would watch a predator catch, and then just when one of these things happens that a predator does, we'll just mark it off on the bingo card. And I'll have to figure out like what the prize is going to be, how we're going to work. Like I see like maybe some people coming up on stage and they could get their own bingo card, and then maybe just we pick a random winner from the chat and you get something. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But so the categories, do you see? So like we're watching a catch, and then the predator catcher is saying, they're reading from the chat log, and then they read in the chat log that the predator catcher asked for news. Oh, then we will mark that off on the bingo card. And then let's say that we keep on watching, and then the catcher tells us that the predator sent a D pic, a penis picture, if you will. And then we would mark that off. And then the predator catcher, the predator is having his little interaction with the decoy on the couch, and then the catcher comes out and he sees he's busted, and then the first thing he says, I thought she was 18. That's on the card. Then we would mark that off. And then, okay, so now he's not running. They're sitting there talking to the predator. And, well, why'd you do this? Oh, I was lonely. They all say that shit too. So then we mark that off. And then they find out a little bit about the predator, what's going on with you, and then he lets them know, oh, I can't be caught doing this, because I'm married and I've got kids. And then they say, well, how old are your kids? And he says, well, my daughter's 13. And what? But you're coming here to see a 13-year-old girl. And then we would mark off, has kids same age as Decoy. And then we would have a bingo, So what do y'all say? Do y'all think yes or no? Maybe so. Let me see. Let me see what y'all are saying. Let's see. Let me go back. Again, thank you so much, Racy. And thank you all for being so understanding about my grief. I really do appreciate that. April says yes. Mine says LMAO, yes. Elisa's Child Tie has me hooked on the Pred channels. They are bold and hilarious. They are. My favorite one got banned from YouTube because they get violent with the Preds, and so I have to watch them on locals. But I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait, you can see it now though. Hold on. Tammy loves the Pred game idea with an LOL. Okay, so CMM says no. Carter says, how's the game work? So I explained it. I would still have to work out the logistics if we're going to do it, like to see, do I have people come on stage and play it? Do we just play from the chat? I'll have to figure out the logistics, but if y'all like it, I'll put some thought into figuring it out. Okay, so she sees it. Okay, so Seaman says it sounds fun. Okay, awesome. There's a site that generates cards. The behavior panel uses it. I'll find out what it's called. Oh, now I have a site that can generate the cards, but if you have some suggestions, just shoot me an email. My email, y'all, it's always in the description box in my videos. It's just ty@hotmesshistory.com. If y'all want to email me suggestions. And when y'all hear about things that are happening now that you all would like for me to compare to some time in history, let me know. If there's something trending, because I don't keep up with what's trending, but that's the premise now for these live streams. I want to talk about something current, but only if I can tie it to history. And so if you see something that's like huge and people are talking about it, let me know. You don't have to have the historical parallel. I'll see if I can find one. And if I can find a good one so that I can come on and teach a quick history lesson, and we can have a live stream about the current thing, and then you all get to come and sound off about whatever you want to talk about that subject. That's how the live streams are going to go now. And I have a feeling that with the new top model documentary coming out that's got the 2 other reality shows, I have a feeling that we're probably going to have a lot more Tyra content, and I'm fine talking about it, for a little bit longer. But if y'all see something, feel free to email me or like leave a comment anywhere. Like I don't get to all my comments, but maybe once a week I'll start asking, like maybe around Wednesday, I'll start asking, hey, do y'all have any ideas for live stream topics? And then y'all can just drop your comments there. But if not, feel free to email me. Pringo. We call it Pringo. I'm always in tears laughing about Skeeter Jean, aka Skeeter Hansen. Me too. I love Skeeter Jean. I love Skeeter Jean's catches, and I just pray that all those guys stay safe, because they are literally out there dealing with people who are, they make it fun and entertaining, but they're dealing with losers who have nothing to lose. So I just hope they all stay safe. Child, she said, Pringo. I'll give it a whirl. I used to love watching To Catch a Predator. I got a kick out of seeing them try to run away. Me too. Tase them, tase that ass, tase them, get them down. I love that. Yes, it came, says Island Girl. Let's see. Go for it. Games are fun. Okay, Douglas, I will go for it. And thank you for being here. And hello. I don't think I've seen your name yet in the chat. We will go for it, y'all. We're going to do this. We're going to play Pringo. Pringo. I think that's hilarious. Okay, so she meant yes. She typed no. She meant yes. Good. I'm glad. Oh, okay. Issues with the stream today. What? Sound issues with the stream today on your end delay. I'm sorry, Anika Panika. I remember when you used to read a crime and guess what ethnicity person did it. Yes, and we might do that too because that's going to be a lot easier than Pringo. I've not forgotten that, but like I said, y'all know I love a good old crass game with this bunch because y'all are just too much fun. Centric One says I'm in. Okay, good. Okay, so the stream is working on another device. Ty, I still use my Sunday Funday mug from you. Tammy, that makes me feel so good. And I still use mine. I have my coffee in my Sunday Funday mug. A big, big cup of coffee. Yes, the Florida. Yeah, we would guess the race of the Florida man, and we would have a good old time. Well, that's all that I have. Do y'all have anything more for me? Members, like for sure, how do y'all feel about coming on and being on the panel with me from time to time? And I'll open it to other people, but like y'all, I like to have people I know who have been around because some of y'all can attest to this. I've had people come on my live stream and try to show their freaking dick and balls and get my live streams cut off. So I'm afraid of like dropping my link and letting strangers come up here because I've had some weird things happen. And so like if I do a thing where I just have like members or other YouTubers I know, I'm not trying to be exclusive or not, let certain people in. I just want to keep things safe on my channel. I cannot lose my channel. So I'll be working into what the logistics need to be, but we're at 2 hours, y'all. So it's definitely time for me to, get my booty in gear. Let's see here. What are y'all saying? The custom card site the behavior panel uses is called Bingo Baker. Bingo Baker. Okay, let me put this down. Okay, Bingo Baker. I will check into that because I have one as well, and I'll see if maybe that one is easier to use. Whatever is easier is what I will go with. What's better to join the membership? I think right now the membership is, but only because like for the purpose of live streaming, I can see who has a badge. But what I want to do, and you all tell me. What I really want to do is to start looking at some things live, like we could have looked at the documentary live, together as a membership. Like I kind of feel like if y'all are okay when y'all want to see something that I'm interested in as well. If you trust my taste, pay your $5 to me, and I'll be your access to Netflix or HBO, because like I'm going to live stream about the Gilded Age when it comes back on because it's a period drama. It fits in with what's happening on my channel. I'm going to live stream about it on the channel, but I'm just going to do that as a recap. But we could be watching shows together. I want to create more community with my YouTube fame. No, just with the people who come here. Obviously, we have 197,000 subscribers. My live streaming numbers are never huge. Like I'm not considered a streamer, but live streams are for building community. And so if y'all like are cool with like having movie nights or like watching a show together and like really getting into a show together, that's what I want to do with it. And so I could literally just put a link in. I could put a link in Patreon. I could put a link in my members and then just have everyone congregate at it. But it would be like here hosted on StreamYard so that everyone can get in and, we could still have a talk. I got to figure it out. But like, that's what I would like to do. I want to, like create community and not have, there are just some things that I can't do on YouTube, right? And not lose my channel. So that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. Let me know. Yes, that was crazy. Our game. Thank you, Ty. Have a fabulous week, everyone. You too, Anika Panika. Thank you for having fun with us. Thank you, Ratio. I truly appreciate you. Yes, everyone take care. And like we could like rewatch the old episodes of the Gilded Age leading up to the season 4 premiere. There's a Twitch where you can watch and stream, also Discord. What I do not want right now is I don't want like another platform that I have to deal with. And there are like some weird things happening with Discord that I keep hearing about. But I'm open to suggestions, but I would really like to keep things like, I don't want to have to figure out yet another thing to use. If I have to, I will, but I would like to not have to, y'all. I would like to not have to, but we'll see. The Gilded Age, I live for that show. Yes, y'all know. And I'm going to have some more Gilded Age content coming out, like new Gilded Age content coming out after I finish the story that I'm working on for y'all. That's like, there are 2 stories that I thought I was going to get out in February. I have to get those 2 stories out this month. For now, y'all are going to keep getting some compilations every Friday until I get my new content out. But I promise y'all every single week, and I've upheld that this year so far. Every week, y'all will get a video on Friday. But I want to get out of the compilations and start getting the new content out to you. And so I got to get through this one thing that I'm working on, and then I can move ahead. Yeah, we can't have future presidential candidates. Juanita Bynum stalkers. Yes. Hijacking your live stream. Oh, gosh. Does anyone else remember Dr. Chris? I know exactly who Elisa Time at. Does anyone else remember Dr. Chris? That was a wild time here on my channel, y'all. Dr. Chris was and I guess I'm not saying that this person is dead, but this person says that they were a trans man who was white and conservative, but it was clearly a Black woman, y'all. But this person who was also running for president, and then they rolled it back to just governor of New York. Y'all, listen, was anybody else here during the Dr. Chris days on this channel? It was wild. It was a wild time to be here. Thanks, Tammy. I'll start tagging people in the comments when I run on my laptop. That's what's up. I don't know why YouTube app doesn't have the option. Lame. Don't be talking about YouTube, girl. They pay me my check. Gail says, you just gave the industry a new game show. Remember, everybody? Yes, you saw it here first. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Gail. I need you on my my marketing team and some other team. But thank you. Yes, yes. I'm so glad that you had fun. I did too. Let's see. Now, Prime Carter says the Twitch is simple. I might have to pay you to give me a tutorial if I have to go there. And are my people gonna go to Twitch? Because I have older people on my channel. I just don't see like, a bunch of women, who are 40 plus running over to Twitch. I could be wrong, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Are y'all gonna go there? I agree. There are too many social medias, Ty. I can't keep up with the ones I have. See, like Tammy is like my ideal subscriber. She's like my target viewer. And I don't see like my target viewers running over to Twitch. I just don't. Understood. Also, Discord is a mess. Twitch, if need be, not that complicated from what I've seen. I'm gladly just a participant, not a content creator. Yeah, like y'all, I feel like I'm running ragged already with the things I'm doing. Thank you for live streaming, Ty. Yeah, I've watched Gilded Age reruns like 4 times and keep loving it. Also, I watch reruns from you. And these are the only things I do reruns on. That makes it, thank you. Like, that makes it feel so special. I truly, truly appreciate you. I really do. Gotta diversify. Oh, gosh, I don't want to hear that word. I watched the first season of The Gilded Age. It made me so mad how the Black women face discrimination. Listen, everybody got it on The Gilded Age, man. What is The Gilded Age on? Like, what platform, what network? HBO. If that's what you're asking, Prime and Carter. I don't do Twitch or Discord. Yeah, I don't see. I don't think that most of my people are going to be there. Anika Dr. Grizz definitely checks every single diversity aspect in one person. Yes, Dr. Grizz was all the letters, all the isms, all the everything. I don't have Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. No T's, TTT. She doesn't have it. Gen Xer over here. Hello. Yeah, like that's my audience. I'm a Gen Xer and I'm a zillennial. I'm a super young Gen Xer. I'm in the generation of the young Gen Xers and the old millennials. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, everybody's letting him know. I'm 40 plus and twitched today with my boys. Okay, listen, and I didn't know if they call it twitched. I twitched with people. Yeah, yeah. No. Elise knew what you meant. And yes, it is true. This is super diverse. 51 in May and no Twitch or Discord for me. Yeah, see, like that's kind of what I thought for my audience. I'm 49. Am I on the younger end? I turned 40 this year. Yeah, so you're like you're just young. You're I guess is that like would that be an older millennial? Because I'm older than a millennial, but they call us zillennials if you're born like between 76 and 80. I think 1980. I think. Don't get me lying about all these things. Hey, I use social media to promote my projects and outlets. Same with YouTube. I keep it pretty much focused on necessity. Ditto. Um, I'm 50 plus. Oh, okay. So, but see, you got people to keep you young. You got young people around you. Never been on Twitch, so I don't know much about it. Yeah, I see people like who go on Twitch and then they'll just like put their Twitch live streams on YouTube. But I don't know. I'm an 86er. Yeah, a millennial. Y'all think y'all are better than me? No, just kidding. But I passed for 39 and have done so for over a decade. That's what's up. That's what I like. Time my hubby turned 60 this month, and I told him no birthday spankings this year because my arm would fall off. Oh my gosh. Aren't you just the sweetest little wife this side of Mason Dixon? Anyway, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to figure out the logistics of Pred Bingo and membership stuff, so we can have a little bit more fun together. Y'all can get a little more tie, That's what everybody wants. I'm totally kidding, y'all. But I do appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Richard, if you're still here, I'm gonna give you a holler. Elise, if you're available, let me know. And Tammy, and yeah, like I need to catch up with they're like people from this channel. I talked to them in real life. I gotta catch up with y'all. Y'all have a good night. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful week. I will have a video. It's most likely going to be a compilation. I'll probably do like some kind of Gilded Age related compilation for this Friday. And I'm working on new content for y'all. So thank y'all so much for coming and checking me out once again. Y'all are so silly. I'm so glad. Thank you, Rebels. I truly, truly appreciate you. Oh gosh, y'all youngsters, you young whippersnappers. Yes, good night. Good night, y'all. Holler. I will see y'all